Hello, my name is Diane Zermeno, and I am part of the North Fair Oaks Youth Initiative and the youth member of the North Fair Oaks Community Council. I attended Selby Lane, Henry Ford, Kennedy Middle School, and now I'm a junior here at Sequoia High School. Tonight, I am here to speak to you about the importance of closing the opportunity gap, something that I have experienced personally throughout my life. My parents are immigrants from Guadalajara, Mexico, and so when I was growing up, they did not know how to use the education system to our advantage. As a little girl, I had a ferocious appetite for knowledge. My mother heard that North Star had a good reputation and wanted to enroll me, but had no idea where to go, who to ask, or what to do. This is just one example of opportunities that students can miss out on because of language and knowledge gaps. But there are also big gaps between schools. When I finished 8th grade at Kennedy, I was at the top of the school academically. So in my freshman year at Sequoia High School, I was placed in advanced courses. But I faced a huge shock. I was just one out of a handful of Latino students in honors, and it was immediately obvious that my academic schools were limited compared to kids from schools like Central, Terra Linda, and North Star. Meanwhile, what happened to my classmates and friends from Kennedy? They were attracted to mainstream or support classes. It was so intimidating that I lost my confidence and actually failed geometry. When I retook geometry my sophomore year, the class was almost all minority students, except this time, they were juniors and seniors taking it for the first time, which truly shows the gap in opportunity, even for students at the same school. Fast forward to today. I am a junior and grateful that I am back on track academically, but it makes me sad to look back at people who have lots of potential and weren't as lucky. This is why I am dedicating my life to working on the issue of educational equity. My mom has guilt for the missed opportunities in my childhood and feels like she gets a second chance with my little brother. But it doesn't have to be like this. We can make sure that all students have opportunity early on. I'm here tonight because no child of color should have to push their limits and sacrifice their health and happiness during their teenage years to get to the same standing that white peers achieve more easily. No mother should have to live through years of guilt for missed opportunities that she couldn't do. Sorry, I messed up. I hope that those of you who are elected will work to stop this cycle from happening in this community and perhaps become a model for other communities. My question to all of the school board candidates is, what should the school district do to close the academic achievement gap to ensure that all students, including special education, English learner, and low-income students, get an excellent education that prepares them for success?
This is impossible to answer in 1 minute. I'm going to do my best, and I'm sorry for your story, and thank you for speaking up. Thank you so much. Really hard to answer in 1 minute, so I'm going to do my best. So those of us in education, the most important thing we can do to start is all kids need to have a rich and vibrant preschool experience. The reason my 3 kids have done so well in public education, they had the world's best preschool, and it was a social-emotional preschool in my community. It wasn't academic, it was social-emotional based, with wonderful teachers, and that school got them ready to share, got them excited about sitting in a circle listening, got them excited about making friends, and that got them off to an amazing start in kindergarten. I want every child to have that type of preschool. So many of us are really embracing the idea of the big lift, and we talk about that and we advocate for preschool. So that's number 1. What you're describing about losing your confidence, I talk a lot about that. So I've been really working with my superintendent and my board colleagues on this idea that social-emotional pieces are just as important as academic. Oh gosh, I need a lot more time to answer this question. But what I'm working on will help kids like you.
Good start, Carrie. Thank you so much. Thank you. Laura, you can go ahead and go next, and then we'll come back to Elisa.
All right, thank you. So I can tell you, since I've joined the board 7 months ago, that the Sequoia Union High School District is working to close the achievement gap. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. We've seen more Latinos in advanced placement and international baccalaureate classes. We see more Latinos graduating with the A through G requirements. And we're starting to partner with our local elementary school districts like Ravenswood and Redwood City around professional development for our teachers. Something that I want to work on is the 8th to 9th grade transition. I want to work on supporting students after school, connecting them with their teachers, enrolling them in after school programs, and I also want to look at summer school and helping students recover classes or get ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Elisa?
Thank you very much for the question. There's certainly a lot more we can do, and I think we've learned a lot in the last many years. And I absolutely agree we need high-quality preschool, and we've been enrolling more and more kids in preschool in Redwood City. We also need summer programming because summer learning loss is a huge issue, and so we've been doing more of that as well. We need high-quality after-school programs, so there are longer school days with enriching activities, because really the achievement gap is an opportunity gap. And so what we need to do is make sure that all our kids have the same opportunities. And so those that come from more privileged families and are getting more, we need to make sure that the school system is helping those that need more. And so I know in Redwood City we really have added a lot of programs in the last many years, and I'm really sorry for your experience, and I do hope that it's better for our new 3-year-olds coming in. Wanted to mention real quickly a specific program we have, Soprano, Early Language Acquisition, and that particular program we started at Hoover School, and we've seen such great results with high academic language and starting them at preschool that we're now expanding it to 11 schools in Redwood City. Thank you.
Thank you, Elisa. Dennis?
It's just really hard to get up here after hearing your story. I feel like I've dedicated the last 40 years to education, and I view children and students as the treasure of our community, and so my heart is just sad right now, so I'm sorry. I agree with everything that's been said, so I'll expand on the SEAL program. So what's really, this hopefully will give parents in the audience hope. This is a program that's been in a pilot for 5 years. We've just expanded it to 8 schools, and students were coming in significantly behind educationally, and we've solved that by pre-K school. But kids are now not graduating, they're coming out of 3rd grade being ahead of most kids in the state. And and they're still bilingual. And the most exciting thing is the 5th grade test results show they have the highest test scores in Redwood City, even the schools you mentioned that typically are much higher. So we think this program will help solve that. We also have after-school programs. 1 minute's not enough.
And last but not least, Janet.
Oops, sorry.
No, 1 minute is not enough. I just have to say, we are not going to close the achievement gap without addressing the heart of the issue. Children living in poverty continue to perform lower than their peers who are living above the poverty line. Our new local control funding formula, with that, California is targeting our low-income, high-needs kids. It's a step in the right direction. It's not going to solve the issue. What can our school district do? I would say first, we need to continue expanding access to early education, to preschool for everyone. We can also continue to encourage our teachers to collaborate and to work as a team, and that will allow them to improve instruction for all of the high-needs students. That will help. To completely close the achievement gap, we need more than just our school district. We need our city leaders, we need our county leaders, we need our state leaders, and I need more time.
Thank you.